Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. This is episode 106 and today I'm starting things off very nervous. Because Grian has been in my control... Well, multiple people clearly have been in my control room for... Oh. See, even the server doesn't care about ice. Eventually it changed its mind and decided to give the item back. Anyway, let's see this. Ah. I mean, this is... I'm conflicted here, because on the one hand, terrible name for the book, but on the other hand, having a full shulker box of mending books and also secretly having a full shulker box of ice is actually quite handy. So thank you to, I assume, Iskal for putting this in here. But the reason that I'm nervous is because, yeah, as a lot of you have pointed out down in the comment section of my video, Grian came over to the control room and there's levers here, okay, there's levers and buttons here. They control really important and really temperamental things. And he couldn't help himself, he just came in and started flicking levers around. So, has anything broken? If nothing's broken, I'm genuinely surprised. And I think I have the right to call myself a professional redstone engineer. This has got to be exploded. It's not exploded? For the first time ever, this thing hasn't exploded. That's quite something. That is quite the achievement. Oh, there he is. Well, I mean, I suppose the good thing is that nothing has broken, but still, don't really want that happening again, okay? Because it doesn't take much for these things to break. So I think we need to do some form of protection to it. Now, we could actually lock up these levers and things. We could do that, but I actually have a better idea. We know that Grian can't help himself when it comes to flicking levers and things. So I think maybe we create a new lever that he just can't resist. And to do that, we're going full nuclear button on this lever. So I got a bit of red glass here. So if we have a lever here, that will then give access to the other lever, and we need to make sure that Grian is pressed up against this block because, I mean, we all know what's happening next. Now, it's not going to be anything deadly. I personally just think we should send a message to Grian, so let's get a light down here so he doesn't actually get killed by a zombie, because that would be hilarious. And then I think we just go, no. I'm tempted to just write that. Yeah, that's perfect. I think we can all agree that there is no way he's going to be able to resist that. I mean, I kind of want to press it myself, and I know what happens when I press it. So, yeah, this is going to work perfectly. Now, I want to make it very clear, we need to make sure that nobody tells Grian about this, because it's going to happen naturally. I mean, the guy comes over to this storage system probably about 4 or 5 times a week to steal gunpowder for his rocket shop, so we'll get him in no time. Anyway, moving on from the casual theft of my stuff, we are over at this nether portal, the one by the Minecraft 1.14 village. Now, this is not something that I've seen for a little while because I've been working on all sorts of technical projects and things. I don't know, I don't even know who's on top of it. Wow, lots has changed. Okay, so we've got laser beams. Wow, we've got a skyscraper. Okay, so Grian's place is looking pretty cool. It looks like there's actually something that's going to catch my build. Give me a second, I need to get Optifine. That looks like it's going to block my rocket. I think Grian's installed something to shut off my rocket launch. Right, okay, well, I mean, I think we need to take this to the top, don't we? I think we need to fire the rocket. But actually, I think I might wait for a couple seconds, because it looks like yeah, I can see Grian up there. He is currently working on his build. So it makes sense that I would wait for him to finish doing his build, and then I launch my rocket and completely beat him. I am a tiny bit concerned, though, because I've just done some fix-up repairs to my rocket, and I've realised that we're in a snow biome. Snow updates observers and pistons, and things seem to be broken. So I think potentially some observers have fired inside the rocket, which means it might never launch. If that does happen, I'll commit the very manly act of putting up my white flag and surrender. I give up. No, I've just had a really silly thought. So I was talking to the hermits in the chat, and then I started walking up a ladder, and obviously you can't really text while you're on a ladder, so there needs to be an acronym in Minecraft for can't talk on ladder. In fact, C-tall. Can't talk on ladder. Anyway, my plan for today's Hermitcraft episode is to do some base upgrades. We're going to do some serious work in the base, fixing things up, making things better, and making this place just a nicer place to be. And for those of you who are wondering what's going on here, clearly even my Minecraft game is starting to not like ice, because it's converted parts of it into bright orange blocks for some reason. And you know what I've been thinking while I've been doing this? And it's not the most exciting thing in the world for you guys to watch bit by bit. There's no point in me doing progress updates on these things, because although it's going to take me a couple hours, none of the jobs are particularly exciting. I mean, it's patching up creeper holes and just making things look better. So let's do a quick time lapse. Now, in today's super fast time lapse chat, I want to talk to you very briefly about YouTube, just to say a massive thank you for the amount of support that I have been receiving over the past month. It has been wild. I don't really talk about the numbers side of YouTube too much, because, you know, I don't tend to focus on that sort of thing, you know, milestones and subscriber counts and things like that, because as soon as you start getting crazy on the analytics, then that kind of possesses you, whereas I prefer to kind of just focus on making content that I personally would like to watch. But I can't help but notice that my channel seems to have gained over 100,000 subscribers since Saturday. So yeah, 100,000 subscribers in a week. I feel like I can't not mention that. It's been bonkers. Partly due to the walking house video. There's also a few other videos that have been incredibly popular. People seem to have really been enjoying them. And yeah, my YouTube channel has been growing 25,000 subscribers a day, which is the what on earth? I don't even know what to say to that. We've gained 250,000 subscribers in 1 month. We're more than 1/3 of the way to 4 million subscribers, and we only hit 3 million subscribers last month. What? I gotta say, that has done wonders to my brain. I don't know what it is. You know, when you just, it's like when you haven't cleaned your room for ages, and then after a couple days of not cleaning your room, you're like, it doesn't matter, the room's a mess anyway, and then it just like, it becomes exponentially messy. I feel like that's how it's been with my base. So now we've gone back to a clean, pristine area, and hopefully we can stay on top of it now. Anyway, back over at the 1.14 village now. I think Grian has finished building. If he hasn't, then he's doing something magical, because he's not on the server right now. So I reckon it's time for us to launch the rocket. I mean, let's take a look. How tall has Grian's house gone? Pretty tall. This is a real neck breaker. How high are we right now? Well, I'm currently at y equals 180, so I would say the top of that is maybe 195, nearing 200. That is... Things have escalated so far out of control. I mean, when I said that I wanted the tallest house, I was not expecting this. Anyway, should we launch this thing? I'm kind of nervous. Everything should be working. I guess we just give it a go. By the way, if you can't tell where I am, I'm that little dot on the post. Anyway, let's start the countdown. 5... I can't help but notice that it sounds a lot more pathetic than most rocket launch countdowns. Why don't I have like a commanding American voice, like 5? No, that sounds awful. 5. 5. No. You know what? 3, 2, 1, go. I updated the wrong piston. Okay, give me a second. Oh, this has gone terribly. Alright, and go. Everything's broken. There's definitely been smoother rocket launches, I can promise you that. And go! Oh! The rocket's flying! It's actually working somehow! We've actually managed to make it work! Wait, is my crane too close? No, I've managed to be a professional here. Now, what is going to happen with Grian's bridge? Okay, so it's kind of taken the edge off of Grian's bridge. We've left behind one of the fins. I've got to chase this thing down. It's going real fast. It's way faster than I actually expected it to be, because I've got to get in my boat. Where is it? And oh, come on, get in the boat. Yes. We are going to the stratosphere. What level are we at? Okay, we've got a little way to go yet. We're going to be cruising for the next 70 blocks or so. This looks absolutely hilarious. Here I come! Alright, we've got 20 more blocks to go. And this is looking tall. It's also doing some hilarious, like, stuttering. As in the rocket will stop. And then it will suddenly start back up again. And just kind of shoot upwards. And, oh, my boat broke! How's that even come about? Oh, man. But anyway, here we are, up at the build limit. So this is, well, this is about as high as we can go. So I guess this is where my base is going to be from this point forth. I'm thinking we build up some satellites around it. We build up some things in this area right here to create a kind of sky house. And yeah, really show the other members of Sahara Street who is the tallest and best member. I can't believe Grian's build actually... He tried his best. I know that he was trying to stop my rocket, but he might need to do a little bit more research into how flying machines work, because, you know, mine's like a lizard. You know, you pull on its tail, the tail just pops off. I got a smart rocket. So obviously, launch was a huge success. Everything was good, everything worked perfectly. Rocket is now a build limit, but I'll be the first to admit that it looks a bit naff. Even this guy's trying to kick me off Sahara Street because he thinks my build looks terrible. So I would say we need to add a little bit of extra decoration here in the form of smoke. Smoke pouring out the bottom of the rocket as if it's actually launched out to the stratosphere. Now, as you guys know, I don't think of myself as much of a builder, but I think this is probably the way to do it. So kind of have some gappy areas. All of it is going to be made completely out of white, grey and light grey glass, and it's kind of going to go up in a sort of loose cone shape. I really want to make sure that this looks as ununiform as possible, because otherwise it's just going to look like a really strange support for a green blob. Okay, so we're making some pretty good progress here. Let's just see. How many resources do I have left? I could probably do with having a handful more. That would be nice. But let's see how this thing looks. It's kind of addictive to build, I'm going to be honest with you. It's one of those cases of, like, just one more block. I just want to do a little bit more. Alright, I'll hop down in... Yeah, 2 seconds. Just give me 2 seconds. Oh, hey, this is actually looking quite good. This is actually looking quite good. That is genuine surprise by me. Oh, that looks like a rocket launch. It's missing the rocket. It's going to miss the rocket, so we're going to have to get it kind of back on course a tiny bit. A bit like how this laser is kind of redirected into Korean's build. Yeah, we're going to have to get that back on course. But that actually looks quite cool. I guess we should also add some smoke kind of pouring off around that area there. That would be wise too. So I have now reached the top, and I thought as I got closer and closer to the rocket, I would start getting some flames coming through it. And, I mean, I'm hoping that it looks really cool. So I would say this is probably the best observation platform. It's basically made for it. It's like a... I was about to say it's like a player landing pad, but clearly I can't execute my landing very well. I thought I was fine. Anyway, how does it look? Oh, it looks cool as. Let's go get my stuff back. Look at him. That is the look of a man who is just logged back onto the server to see that he has been bested. That is the best thing ever. Well, anyway, this is the build. It looks... I'm chuffed to bits. It looks flat out. That is so cool, isn't it? So I would say we've done pretty well here. I mean, I've now reached the build limit, so I don't know where we go from this point. I mean, you can't go any higher than me, so it's going to be interesting to see how the contest develops from here. Do we go down? Do we go down into the floor? What happens? We're going to have to find out. People are going to get creative here. Now, before we leave, there is actually one thing that I quickly want to do. I need to make myself a couple of signs, because I actually want to give, not necessarily a present, it's almost like an award. I want to give an award. With all the crazy building competitions that have been happening on Sahara Street, with us three just trying our best to go towards the build limit because we're silly, there is one other person on Sahara Street that has retained a rather lovely looking little build. Stress Monster has got this adorable little ice palace, and even though, as you know, I'm not my first choice of blocks, I think it's been used very effectively here, and I think this house is adorable, so I actually want to give her the award of most adorable house on Sahara Street. We're competing for the biggest house on Sahara Street, but she has already won the award for most adorable. I am intensely curious as to what Green is up to right now. I'm also very very tempted. Very, very, very tempted. I've turned my back on it. I don't want to think about it. Congratulations, stress. Anyway, let's head back on over to somewhere else. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh yeah, actually something quite important. You may have seen earlier on in the Hermitcraft episode that I actually removed one of the farms from the base. I removed the TNT-based birch farm in the brain building that we have right here because that farm design is, I wouldn't say it's outdated, it's a little bit slow compared to some of the new farm designs that we can create making use of the new Minecraft 1.14 TNT mechanics, and I'll be doing all of those in my perimeter area. But that does mean that we have a large open space to play with, and I thought we could turn this space into our small zero-tick farm area. That might sound a little bit strange. Just give me a few seconds to construct something here. This is very loud. That's why I've decided to stand back here. But if I walk up to this thing, you may notice that my sugarcane is growing slightly faster than your average piece of sugarcane. Zero ticks. Zero ticks are weird, okay? When it comes to Minecraft, the game seems to get itself into a right mess over zero tick pulses, and odd bits start to happen, like sugarcane growing way faster than it otherwise would. Now I want all of you to take a wild guess as to whose video I'm using as a reference here. For anyone who hasn't been around for more than maybe 2 episodes, yeah, his name's Ilmango. Ilmango is generally the creator of these things. And now that we have it fully hooked up with like a piston braking system and also a hopper and a chest, I mean, this is a little fully automatic sugarcane farm. What more do we need? So we can chill out in this area here, we can AFK overnight. This doesn't cause too many problems for the server. This isn't a big thing that is going to completely lag the place, so we don't have to worry about it too much. And we can gather loads and loads of sugarcane without having to worry about ruining the experience for others by running the massive one over there. Let's also build up a cactus one and also a bamboo one too. I had not realised quite how crazy fast this system is. So the bamboo one is a lot faster than the sugarcane one. Wow. So what we've got currently in the industrial district is one with multiple modules of this, but even the single module, the hopper's struggling to keep up. It really is struggling to keep up here. When it comes to the cactus farm, I've built one, but the collection of items is where things get a little bit tricky. With that said, I think, I mean, the items really are going anywhere. Anyway, I think I've come up with something. This wasn't what I originally had in mind, but I actually think it's better than the thing that I had in mind previously. I was going to do stuff with hopper minecarts and things like that. With such a small farm, we can deal with having cactus dropping into water. Okay, that's not a good start. Oh wow. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, so there's one piece of cactus. I mean, that is part of having a cactus farm. You know that a lot of the drops are actually going to get destroyed by the cactus itself. But still, I would like a slightly higher success rate, but that being said, we're on quite a good streak now. You know what, I would say, yeah, I'd say this is good enough for sure. So, it's been a very varied episode of Hermitcraft, hasn't it? I mean, it all started off, where did we start off? Oh yeah, in the control room. So it all started off, no wait, where did it start off? Yes, it all started off in the control room, and then we did a little bit of redstone work over there, and then we've done some bits and pieces over in the Minecraft 1.14 area, and then we've done some bits and pieces over at the base, spring cleaning wise, then we've done more stuff over at the Minecraft 1.14 area, and then we've done something else. What is my memory today? I mean, seriously, I've forgotten everything that I've done in this episode. Look, all I know is that it's been fun to record, okay? It's been a lot of fun. This has been, like, the whole Hermitcraft season compacted into one episode, in a way, in that there's been, like, a variety of things going on. There's some redstone, there's a little bit of building here and there, there's interaction with the other hermits. It's all good. I've had a really good time today. I really do hope that you've enjoyed this episode on the Hermitcraft server. If you have, please hit that like button. If you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later. And black screen.